everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I believe these are 10 palettes that I have not used this year that I bought this year. This is pretty pathetic. I buy palettes and don't even use them. Yeah, that's me. That's a story, like, ever since I collect palettes on my channel. I buy palettes that I really want in my collection and don't even touch them. Pretty, yeah. So here's the first one, is the ABH Norvina volume. This is the mini palette, volume 1. And I wanted the whole collection at first. Well, the last, when I seen this at TJ Maxx. I picked this up with another mini volume 2. And this is the first one. So I was like, okay, since when I see something, I like the ABH Norvina collections are the best formula that you can actually, in my opinion, this is my opinion, that is my favorite. So all the Norvinas that I've tried, they're that awesome formula. And it's cute. It has a heart right there. So yeah, I picked this up for $10 because you just, once you see these at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, you probably won't see them anywhere else. So I had to pick this up and still have not touched it. And it's a while now and it's so beautiful. Like in person, I felt like, is this really real? Like, I just don't know. But it's real. Why would they have fake palettes? And then I went to Ulta for the first time this year and picked up this High Tide. And this was like on my wish list for a little bit now. Since last year, I think, last year that they, I think, came out with this one. And it is nice, summery palette. I need to dig into it like right now. The shade spoke to me right here with the like sparkles. And then of course like the deeper shades in here are beautiful, like this one and this one. So it was in my mind. It's a monochromatic and I like this one more than the mint to be, and the other green one, I just thought this one was more like my style of greens. So I'm glad I picked this one out because I like more teal greens. And I just wanted that in my collection. And next is this BH Color something vivid. I don't know. This beautiful lemon. This is like the least favorite that I picked out, but John was like, just pick it up because you might regret it. And I keep seeing it everywhere. So I picked it up at TJ Maxx and still have not used it. Even though it's a beautiful summery vibe palette with pops of color. Yeah. Like they have a pink roll and like these 4 shades right here and the pink roll right here. And then like this pop of yellow. Yeah, it's not the best color story, but I bought it and haven't used it yet. Mrs. Claus, I've seen this like here and there at Marshall's, so I just finally picked it up. This Santa's daughter is here to slay, so spoiled. And this is what it looks like. Like, it's better than the Nice palette, but I'm like, that shade right here spoke to me. It's like, get it or you're gonna regret it for this one shade. So, but I want to play with it maybe this winter. But I'm like, that's not my favorite. Same here, like, but they were, you know, BH. I would be sadly like miss them once you don't see BH anymore. So I got it. And I was thinking about this BH Puerto Rico palette, Party in Puerto Rico. You know, the shades are more neutral, but like colorful at the same time. I really like the color story. It spoke to me when I seen this color, the shimmery pink color. It's pretty. And I liked how there was like pink, orange, and yellow. But again, this is more like in a neutral side, but a colorful neutral that I just had to pick it up. Better than Hanging in Hawaii palette. I picked this one up, even though I keep seeing the Hawaii one. That one spoke to me a little bit more. I picked this one up because it was cheap at Walmart. And I really like the color story because I like fall colors. It is the Profusion Meadow palette. And at first I picked it up and I was like, it kind of reminds me of the palettes. But when I see it online again, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. It's only like $6, $5. I finally picked it up and it compared really well. Like for the Anastasia subculture, I think it's going to pair really good with that one. Like all my other fall palettes, I think this is a nice pairing palette for my other palettes. So I had to pick it up. And I have like tons of these shades now, but I really do gravitate on wearing them. And this sparkly matte shade and this one, I was like, I don't really have some shades in here. Like this shade. This like shade. But this one kind of reminds me now that I look at it. So now I have two shades of these mint sparkly shades. Kind of reminds me of that, but the ColourPop looks way better. So yeah. So it's like I have another one, but the shade I really did want, and then the shade I don't have. So like, yeah. And that shade's really pretty. So it's a comparing palette. Like, not comparisons, like pairing it with a different palette. I think that would be good. Next is a very expensive palette. This melongemini 2 palette. Very expensive, but John's like, get it. I'm like, okay. Because I was looking at a store and I swatched this shade in the store because they have palettes to swatch. And I was like, I really like this green, and then I love the tones in this one especially. So yeah, I was like, I kind of want this, but then I was like, I kind of have a color story kind of like this one. But John's like, pick it up, I'll buy it, and I'm like, okay, I can't say no to that. So I have it and have not touched it because I want to wait till, you know, fall time to use this. It feels like more of a fall palette with the tones. Okay, this one I'm like kind of upset I have not worn this yet, and it's summertime now. The BH Sweet Shop Cherry on Top palette. I see like everybody have the whole collection. I'm like, I'd pick certain palettes, but this one would be one of them because it has deeper tones and then lighter tones. I like the curated with the colors, with the deep, and then this like base shadow. crease. I'll probably put this in the crease with like this, and then outer, and then more like an outer touching the shade and then going towards the light. Like, I already know a color story with the eye look, but this would be like, again, pairing this with a different palette would be nice. So I definitely need to play with that one. And I did not really need this one. This is the Makeup Revolution Ice Palette from Flawless Forever Flawless. And it reminds me of the Jeffree Star I already have, the Blue Blood. And if I like this formula better, I might get rid of the Jeffree Star and keep this one, or vice versa. Because I don't really need two palettes and I don't really wear blue tones. But then I was like, it's so pretty though. I probably want both. So I don't know. And I haven't touched this one yet. So I need to like be more adventurous with my blue shadows. And yeah, I got this. Didn't really need it, but I wanted it. Again, with this Kara Beauty, Kara Duel, this is Right the Wave. Right there. And again, it's a blue palette, monochromatic. And again, I still need to play more with blue. So I kind of got this hoping to play with more blue. And I don't need any more blues in my collection, but this one looks beautiful. And again, it has like one of these from my Odin's Eye palette, and it has this beautiful green minty shimmer shade. Like, it has beautiful colors, and I want to play with this, but haven't got a chance to. So those are the top 10 that's brand new in my collection that I have not used yet. So top 10 meaning this is just the 10 that I have not used yet. And yeah, there are some good palettes that I can't wait to use, and some are waiting for fall time to use, and some I'm like, why haven't I used yet in my mind state? It's palette therapy, buying palettes that I just haven't used yet. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. Bye for now.